Hey everybody, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to jump on here and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started in about 30 more seconds. So just bear with me here. Okay, let me just share my screen and then we will get started with this. Oh, looks like somebody's asking some questions if we're live. Yes, we are. Okay, just want to make sure everyone's on the call before I jump into this. Okay, perfect. Let me minus this out and share my screen. Perfect. Okay, so welcome everybody to the weekly team call. My name is Mindy Wender, and this is the Team Go-Getters weekly team call. You're probably watching this on YouTube, either the recording or on live. Otherwise, I am recording this for our podcast too. So you may have called into our conference line and you could be listening to this on our podcast. So either way, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our weekly team call. We have our call every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And the recording is up and I post it on Team Go-Getters Accountability Group right after it's done. It's actually the same link that I post to promote the call or to promote the training. That YouTube link is actually the same link to watch the recording back. So if you have that link, you can send it off to your team immediately and it's processed immediately and they can watch it immediately. So that's really nice. For the conference call and the podcast, that usually takes about 30 minutes after the call is finished and it's up on iTunes. All you have to do is search Team Go-Getters and there is hundreds of training calls right there on iTunes. Okay, so just search Team Go-Getters and you will find all of our calls. So first of all, I wanted to welcome all the new coaches on our team. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new coaches. So that is very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. So I just wanted to say welcome all to all your new coaches. And if and if you are somebody that is watching the recording as a new coach, just know that you can jump on live. We have these calls every Tuesday, like I said, at 2 p.m. Central Time. You can, when you grow your own team, I know for me, when I was a new coach, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to even have somebody join my team because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's what's so awesome about our calls, is that we train your coaches for you. All of these trainings are at your fingertips to provide to your coaches. So you don't have to worry about trying to, oh, how am I going to, I kind of am just starting to get this myself. How am I going to explain this to somebody else? Eventually, you're going to be able to do that. Trust me, even if you feel like you're so far from that, you are definitely going to be able to do that, okay? But for now, you can plug them into these trainings. You could even, pull trainings from our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Mindy Wender, or from the podcast, like I was just telling you about, search Team Go-Getters on iTunes and you'll find it. Pull the trainings that you think really work for you, and you can just provide that list of your favorite trainings for your team, and that's you being a leader and training your team. Isn't that awesome? So all of these are at your fingertips. Also, for everybody on the line, just to let you know that I am going to be doing a document in the Team Go-Getters Accountability Group. So if you aren't a part of our team page on Facebook, make sure that you request to be added or ask your upline coach to add you to that group, because I am going to start a document in that group that has all the recordings of our team calls, team webinars, right there. So you can just kind of click the link and look at the title of which one you want. And then, so not only will it be on our Facebook group, but it will also be on our team training site, which is teamgogetterstraining.com. And the password is be here in 1 year. And that's the number 1. Okay. So I'm going to start updating all that stuff so you guys can have all these recordings in one spot. But, and that should be done this week. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to mention before we get into today's call, I'm actually the host and guest speaker. And the topic for today's call is called the Recipe for Success. So this is going to be one of those calls that hopefully you will use again and again and again, because this is going to help people just open up their eyes to learn what it really takes to be successful in this business. I feel like so many people sell themselves short, thinking that success is only for people that got in early, or people that live in a big city, and or people that are already at their goal weight, or whatever excuse our mind comes up with, or doubts that our minds come up with. Then that really holds a lot of coaches back. And I'm really actually sick and tired of people getting held back by their own fears and doubts. So I want to change that drastically within our team. And I want to teach you that I am not anything special. The coaches in the top 10 are nothing special. And I'm not saying that we're nothing special. Everyone is special. That's what I'm saying. We're not different from you. You are equally as special as everybody else who's making 6 figures, who are successful in this business, who are in the top 10, who are 15-star diamond coaches. You are just as special and just as capable of achieving success as everyone else that you see successful in this business. So I'm actually sick and tired of people selling themselves short. So this is why I was so inspired after I left a conference this weekend. I was at a leadership and longevity conference right in our local community, kind of Green Bay, Wisconsin. So it's like an hour and a half from me. My daughter's doctor actually put on the conference, and I heard somebody speak, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. Everything he said resonated with me and pretty much described my journey to success. And so, and also I'm reading this book, and it's called The Secret. And I'm also going to recommend that you guys read that as well through the month of December. We'll get into that. But it's just, these things have just been speaking to me for a reason. I feel like God's putting me in this mind space where I'm supposed to get this message out to you guys and almost like virtually grab those who are held back by their fears and doubts or whatever's holding them back, and just kind of shake you guys and say, let's do this. You can do this. So that's what we're going to be going over today, okay? I did want to mention, like I said, we are halfway through November, okay? So we are halfway through November. This is another thing. There's a lot of coaches out there who sell themselves short on Success Club. They're like, I got 2 points, but I just don't think I can make it to 5. Or I got 5 points and I wanted to hit 10, but I just don't think I can do it. That's BS. We need to stop with that mindset, and I'm going to go over a lot of that today. But you're halfway through the month. I have seen coaches on the last day of the month go from 0 to 5, 0 to 10. I've actually seen somebody go from 0 points to 10 plus in the last day, in the last 24 hours. So there's no excuse. You have half the month left. So I want you guys to first, before we even get into this, I want you to write down, I hope that you guys are ready to take notes. I want you to write down that I earn Success Club in November. I earn Success Club in November. That is your affirmation that you are declaring it to yourself. You're declaring it to all of us on this call, and you are going to hit that. You have a half a month left. It's time to push now, so you're not sitting there on that last day trying to do whatever you got to do, which some of us may be that way. That's fine, but that's the point. Start now so you don't have to be scrambling at the end. But just have that mentality that failure is not an option. I am going to hit Success Club. I hit Success Club every single month. Okay, so I just want to remind you of that before we get started. Now, I hope that you guys can all see my slides. If you guys cannot, I hope that you guys can. It looks like you can. Let me just go back here. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see my slides. Now I just pulled something else up, so now you should be able to see my slides again. So and if you're on the conference line, no big deal. I will share these slides in the Team Go-Getters accountability group. Or you can go to the YouTube channel later on and you can pull up the slides and watch the video as well. So it's called The Recipe for Success. And again, my name is Mindy Wender. I'm the founder of Team Go-Getters. I'm a 15-star diamond coach. All these, I'm not going to go through it, but just in case you're new, I've been a coach for 6 years and I'm the founder of this team. So I am going to be the host and guest speaker today. So let's get right into this, you guys. The 3 main ingredients to success. I kind of have to, before I give you like the actual journey of what your journey will look like to you, I have to start you back at the basics. So if you've been a coach and maybe you're a diamond coach, maybe you're an emerald coach, maybe you're just an active coach and you've been doing this for a while, or even if you're a new coach, all of us as a whole and as a team, we got to bring it back to these 3 things before we can move forward in our new goals that we're going to write down today, the new desires that we want to achieve in our lives. It all comes back down to these 3 things. So what happens, let's just say there is a diamond coach on the line and they did really great and they were achieving their goals and they were hitting Success Club and they achieved diamond. They may even be star diamond, but then things slowed down and stopped. Why did that happen? It's because these 3 things got lost somewhere along the way. They stopped focusing on their attitude, having a positive attitude, and a successful attitude, an attitude of confidence. They just lack that now. Their fears and doubts and mindset and everything changed, which made them be stuck. So if you feel stuck, this is what we need to focus on, okay? So this call is good for all of us. It's a good reminder for all of us. And it's a good, for new coaches, this is, amazing for you. But even for those who feel stuck, this is a good call for you. So first, let's go into attitude. You have to have this attitude of, you have to have this positive attitude. And does this happen overnight? No, you're a work in progress. Do you think that I just read a book once on my first day as a coach and I have never read a book again to help develop myself and to grow as a person and as a coach and to keep my positive mindset and attitude? I work on these things every single day. These things are like fitness. And I love that we're all fitness freaks and we all can kind of get back, kind of get this analogy, but it's just like fitness. So if you got fit, you were 200 pounds and then you lost, 100 pounds in whatever. And so now you're at your goal weight, right? Now you've lost all this weight and you're at your goal weight and you did a great job and everyone praised you and you had the right attitude, you had the right mindset, you believed in yourself, you believed in the products you were, or the fitness program you were using, all of this stuff, okay? Then what if you stopped those things and just said, okay, I'm done. I did it. Woo, I'm done. Do you think that you would continue to hold where you are? Or do you think that you would slowly creep back into where you were, right? So these things, just like our fitness, we have to work on them consistently every single day, okay? So with your attitude, you just got to stand right now. Everyone check your posture. Are you sitting up straight? Are your shoulders pulled back? Are you smiling? Like, that's the type of thing. What type of attitude are you presenting to the world to see? Also, what type of attitude are you? Are you the type that's always complaining? Are you always focused on what you don't want? Are you always wondering what's in it for me? Do you have an attitude of gratitude where you're always grateful? You're just grateful for all you have now, even though you might not be where you want to be and you have dreams, goals, and desires. We all do. But do you have an attitude of gratitude now for where you are right now? And then you can have excitement and gratitude even for where you're going to be and the journey that it's going to take you on. Okay? So everyone needs to check themselves and how your attitude is every single day. How are you treating people around you? How are you treating yourself, most importantly? Okay, so have a positive attitude every single day. And dude, I know we're not perfect. Trust me, I'm not perfect either. But these are the things that literally, I can't make this stuff up. This is just, every leader will teach you the same information. I didn't make this up. These are laws of the universe, of the world, of just the way it is. These are laws. Okay, the next thing is your mindset. So I swear to you, if you change your mindset, you will change your life. Write that down. When you change your mindset, you will literally change your life. And that could be work for you or against you. So when somebody has a mindset and it starts to get negative and they start to complain and they start to focus on all the bad things around them and they start to focus on all the people around them being negative or picking on them or their victim mentality, that will create and they will manifest all of those things that their mindset is saying, right? And their thoughts. That's the type of mindset you have. That's the type of life you will create for yourself and attract to yourself. Have you ever been like super late for work and on the way, when you're running late, you hit every red light, you spill your coffee on your white shirt, you walk in and you slip or trip on the stair. It's just like everything. It's like a series of bad events happen all day long. And you're like, and then I know I've been guilty of this because I don't know for those of you who are new, I used to be a negative person. So this is something I work on every single day, where I'm not like saying that I was like this huge Debbie Downer or anything, but I like this scenario. If I was late, I would just continue to focus on these things of being late, and I would hit every red light and then spill on myself and all of these things. And it was just like a series of crap that comes to your life. So now let's look at the flip side here. What if you changed your mindset? Because you have the ability, every single person on this call has the ability to completely flip your mindset or to tweak it. Because a lot of you probably are thinking, well, I'm not negative. Maybe I'm not working so great on the positive, but I don't think I'm like that bad. That's probably most of you because you guys work out and you're positive, right? So wherever you are at, guess what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you're on the spectrum of being the most negative person ever. It might just take you a little bit longer to flip your ideas in your mindset, but it doesn't matter. You can change your mindset, but you have to start today. So start, and the way you change your mindset is, first, here's just some ideas off the top of my head. Read personal development. Like I'm reading The Secret. That's a great book to start with. Read personal development. Now, if you're somebody who's just reading drama books or something, or watching drama on TV, or things that stress you out, or things that like the news or politics or whatever it is that just make you angry, stop that. Feed your mind with positivity. Watch Friends. I don't know about you, but Friends makes me laugh and laugh and laugh. Laughing is the best medicine. So the more you can just smile and laugh, whatever brings you joy, whatever that is. I don't know what it is for you. Do more of those things. Then read personal development. Another thing you can do is just start talking to yourself in a positive way. You're going to catch yourself today. I guarantee all of us catch ourselves today saying something negative, having a negative thought. So right when you catch yourself having that negative thought, I want you to flip it, like just flip it and replace it with something positive. So if you look in the mirror and you're just like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere. This workout program isn't working for me. I'm just fat. Catch yourself and replace it with, I am a work in progress. I'm doing so great. Replace it with something positive. Think of all the positive things. And it might be difficult at first, and it might feel phony, but that's the way you do it. So changing your thoughts, changing your mind will change your mindset, and it'll come second nature to you. And what you're going to notice is you're going to start attracting awesome, positive things. You're going to start feeling better every single day. Your relationships are going to start getting better as long as you're focused on the positive things, okay? So having a good attitude, having a positive mindset. And another thing is something that I want you to write down. Whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you focus on expands. That's one thing that you can write down, that you can remind yourself of this every day. Write it on your fridge. Or you could say, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So in the same thing with your mindset, when you're thinking of negative things, you're focusing on something negative, and wherever your focus goes, expands, or energy goes. So I like whatever you focus on expands. That's kind of easier way to understand it. So if you're focused on all the negative things about your spouse, you're going to have and notice more negative things about your spouse. If you're focused on all the good things about your spouse and his or her sense of humor, the way they are with your children, just think of all the positive things and make a list even. Guess what's going to expand? More positive things from your spouse. Okay, so that's the same thing with anything. Okay, so whatever you focus on expands. Remember that, because that's going to be kind of intertwined with this training. Okay, so then your beliefs, and this is something that this is something that you're going to have to work on too for you new coaches. So there's coaches that come in and they just think their belief is that they're going to make a six-figure income, and it's going to come easy and it's going to come quickly. Well, that belief is not true. I'm not saying that you don't have all of us as coaches, we are the CEOs of our own businesses. We determine how fast our business grows because, again, with our attitude, mindset, and beliefs, we can make things grow quicker. We can put in more time and effort, which makes our businesses grow quicker. But at the same time, there is the basics of this business is that it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not like that. You have to put in the work, put in the time and effort, like changing your attitude, mindset, and beliefs. That in itself is going to take some time for you new coaches. So just love the process and understand this is a journey and a process. First, we're going to have to try to change our attitude, mindset, and beliefs. And while we're doing that, we're going to start growing this business. Okay? So I'm not saying that you need to master these 3 things before you start growing your business. Heck no. I want you to start growing your business if you haven't yet today, tonight, right after this webinar, you're going to start. Okay? But I really want you to try to change your beliefs regarding your whatever it is. Obviously, we're talking about coaching here, so I'm going to refer to that. So if you believe with every ounce of your being that you are going to be a successful coach, that you can do this, that this business is freaking amazing, that the products are the best on the market, that Shakeology, nothing else can touch it, that just by you talking to somebody about the challenge packs, about joining your challenge group is what I meant to say, joining your challenge group and getting on Shakeology, you are literally adding years onto somebody's life. You are changing their lives for the better. You are doing good to somebody else just by you pressing play yourself. Not only are you doing something good for yourself, your kids are watching and that's benefiting them and you're leading by example for them, and that's going to create a healthy lifestyle all around in your home. Also, you're going to be more positive by working out, and just by you pressing play and leading by example, you are going to have such influence on all the people around you. Like that's the type of belief that you need to have. Like, I believe in myself, I believe in the products, and I believe in this business, and I'm going to make it work. And I know that for 100% fact. That's where I need your belief system to be. Was I there on day one? No. And this is why I wasn't one of those coaches that you hear about going diamond in 27 days or going diamond in 60 days. Because myself, it took a bit longer for me to get this stuff. This is why I wanted to do this webinar, because I wish that I knew this stuff when I first started. I learned this stuff about 2 to 3 months in. Right when I learned it, I went emerald in 1 week. The moment I started applying these things, I went emerald in 1 week and went diamond shortly after that. Okay? But I had to work on myself. So the first thing I want you to write down is number 1, I'm going to work on myself. And these are the 3 things that we're going to work on, okay? The next thing is the laws of attraction. So as you can see here, there's a quote here. I attract to my life whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to, whether it be positive or negative. All right? So what is the laws of attraction? So it's a law, obviously. I'm not making this up. I can't change it to make it benefit you better. This is just the way this stuff is. This is just the way God created all of us, okay? So your thoughts, your words, your visions, your feelings, and your focus, those things, maybe even take a screenshot of this. Those are the things that literally manifest things that come to your life. So like at this moment right now, whatever is going on in your life, it's because of your thoughts, your words, your visions, your feelings, and your focus. And whatever you're feeling right now, whatever your thoughts are right now, whatever your words are right now, and your vision and your focus, that is going to determine your future. So if that's true, which it is, and I'm proof of that, that's really cool, right? Because if you can control your thoughts, which you can, if you can control your words, which you can, if you can control your visions, which you can, if you can control your feelings, so meaning when you're thinking about things that you want and your desires and all of those things, make sure that I like to do a visualization. So when I'm writing down my goals and I'm thinking about going double 15-star diamond, I close my eyes and visualize all of the things. Okay, so I visualize the moment waking up and seeing that my second business center is a 15-star diamond business center. I visualize my husband's reaction, my son's reaction, my reaction, and I actually feel the feelings that I would feel if I achieved that goal. Same thing is for when I was newer in the business. We were in our house was under 1,000 square feet. I think it was like 800 or 900 square feet and had 2 bedrooms. And it was a very small house, but I love that house, by the way. But I still have it. But yeah, so we lived in this house. And I wanted, even before we even moved into this house, before we had children, Brad and I would always dream up our dream home. And I was like, oh, like we would do this fun thing. And I'd be like, walk me through it again. And he'd be like, okay, so you're going the front door. And like, he would have, like, that was like our thing. He would like discuss and walk me through. He's a contractor, by the way, and built our home. So he would walk me through how this house is going to look and what we wanted. And we'd tweak things. It was so much fun. And that's what this stuff is, you guys. It's fun. Make it fun. Okay. But so when I write down my goals, I would visualize. One of my goals was what did I say? I built our dream home. That's what I think my goal said. I built our dream home, or I'm living in my dream home, or something like that. And I am living in my dream home. And so when I would read that out loud, I would close my eyes and actually walk through my house. So I would feel the feelings of excitement, and just of excitement, not only of my own excitement, but Lane's excitement and Brad's excitement of moving into our new home and living into this, I mean, this is a lot bigger. It's not, we don't live in a mansion or anything, but it's a lot bigger than our old house. So that's what I'm talking about. If you can feel the feelings that you would feel when you achieve the goals that you have, that's going to help manifest and attract those things to your life. It's the laws of attraction. Same thing with people. You're going to start attracting the right type of people to your life. Okay? You will start attracting it as you change, as your attitude changes, as your mindset changes, as your beliefs change. You will start attracting more people like you. So if you're a negative person and always complaining about Beachbody customer service and complaining that the products, oh, well, they could have done this better, or complaining, you're going to attract a lot of coaches and customers who are just like you. Do you want a lot of coaches and customers to be barking up your door, knocking down your doors, talking to you about how customer service didn't do this right or whatever? I mean, no, you don't. So once you change and you start focusing, remember, whatever you focus on expands, on the positive stuff and talking more positive, you will attract more of those type of people, like-minded people. My team, you guys, have literally been attracted by the laws of attraction to my team. Okay, it's not by accident that you are on this team. You are meant to be here. And anyone who joins your team is meant to be on your team in the future. Okay? So that's the laws of attraction. I highly recommend that you read the book, The Secret. So write that down as well. Let's all read the book, The Secret, in December. Start December, end this year with a bang, with this positive mindset and just knowing how the laws of attraction work and just being ready to just take on 2016. Okay, so positive changes start now for all of us, okay? Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. We know that you can. This business does not play favorites. Nature does not play favorites. So do not think for 1 second that I am something special, that the people in the top 10 are something special, that the people, like the top coaches or the people in the Millionaires Club, we are nothing special. We, like I said at the beginning of this call, we are all special, but we are nothing more than you. There's nothing, there's not one thing that you could tell me that you would make me believe one reason why you can't be successful with this. There's not one thing. Okay, you have the ability and the knowledge, and you will have the knowledge if you're a new coach, to be a successful coach in this business. It's actually very simple. These things that I'm sharing with you are actually very simple. Will I ever say you becoming a successful coach is going to be a piece of cake? It's going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy? No, I will never say that to you because it is going to take work. It shouldn't feel like super hard work to get there as long as your desires and goals and belief and all that stuff is in line. It shouldn't feel like you shouldn't dread working your business. I was so like obsessed and focused and having fun with working Beachbody, and still am today, but I just want to kind of bring you back to when I was a new coach. I loved working, and I still do. You have to kind of pull me away from my work. That's the type of desire and feeling that you should get about this business. It's exciting. It's exciting being able to teach somebody, like for all you new coaches that joined our team, it's exciting for me to know that we have this ability to train you to be super successful and completely change your lives and be able to quit your full-time jobs, be able to do all these amazing things. That blows my mind and excites me every single day. So, you know, you gotta kind of appreciate the journey instead of dreading the journey and thinking, why am I not there yet? Why am I not earning this yet? Why is no one joining my challenge groups? Why? Take a deep breath. We're not in the right mind space right now. You have to change your mindset, change your attitude, and start focusing on what you do want instead of focusing on what you don't have yet. Okay? Focus on what you do want instead of focusing on, so if you, like again, whatever you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on lack of money, lack of rank, lack of people joining your team, lack of people getting in your challenge groups, if you're focused on the lack of, what will expand? Right? Lack is going to expand. You're not gonna attract more people doing that. You have to flip that. Focus on what you do want. Okay? Let's see. Start doing the work. You can't just think, okay, I'm gonna just think all these things, change my attitude, change my mindset, think about this stuff, and then not do the work. Because if doing the work isn't seeming fun to you, like I said, then we have to change something. Something is not clicking, you're not liking this enough, you don't have the right attitude about it, because this is literally fun, okay? So the reality of change, okay? So now a lot of you on the call have to change, myself included. So this picture sucks, just be honest. But this picture isn't great. I'm going to create one that's better. But this guy gave this analogy that I'm going to share with you right now when I was at this conference that I told you guys about. So the first, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not, but I'll just explain. What it is, it's like the reality of change. In the first section says the land of status quo. And as you can see, there's a bunch of X's there. Maybe you can't see that, but there is a bunch of X's in there. And that just means that's because that's where everybody hangs out. Everybody around us is in the land of status quo. And I'll explain, okay? And then you cross the line. There's a dotted line here, and you go into the no attaboy territory, as you can see, and we'll get into that. Then there's another dotted line, and that leads you to the land of positive results. So let's get into this real quickly. This won't take long. Okay, so the land of status quo, that is where 98% of people are in the land of status quo. It's comfy. It's not pushing you out of your comfort zone. It's really mellow. You can just kind of relate to everybody in this zone because everyone there is just kind of comfortable with being mediocre, going through the motions, not trying to do anything crazy, not trying to better themselves, not trying to move outside their comfort zones. Okay, that's the land of status quo. In this land, if you start to say, like right now, let's just pretend we're all in the land of status quo. Then let's just say, me, for example, I start to get this idea. This is actually what really happened to me. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of going to work 50 hours a week. I'm sick and tired of being broke and living paycheck to paycheck. I'm sick and tired of being on state assistance. I'm sick and tired of feeling like crap and being unhealthy and not working out. I hated leaving my son. So I was sick and tired of leaving my son every single day and seeing him from like 6 or 7 at night until 8:30 bedtime. That was not my idea of a perfect life. That wasn't my vision. And for the longest time, I was like everybody else in the land of status quo. I just kept going through the motions, complaining, being negative, and not doing a dang thing about it. Okay, that's majority of the people in the world. So there was this time that I finally just had God give me like this, I don't know, like a jolt, like do something about it. And so what I thought I was supposed to do was start working out again. And so what that led to, long story short, is to joining as a coach. So I joined as a coach, and I remember I had people saying, oh yeah, come to me when you're doing that. Yeah, $1,000 a week in a year, I'm sure. Come to me when you hit that goal. And it was just a lot of, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to get on Shakeology. It's too expensive. I just didn't, I had such, my desire to change was so much stronger than listening to the naysayers that I was able to push through that. Some people hear that and they crumble. So I'm here to tell you, I'm here for you, and so is Team Go-Getters. We are that positive light. We are going to tell you that there is going to be naysayers, so prepare yourself. You have to kind of just know that people are going to say, oh, that's network marketing, that's a scam, that's never going to work. And I'm going to tell you why. So there will be pushback and naysayers, so I just want to prepare you. People in this area of land of status quo will change only when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. Okay, so that was where I was at. That's maybe where some of you have been at, or maybe for you new coaches who just joined, where you've been at and literally just joined this week or last month or whatever. So now we're all in this area and we probably are getting pushback. So here's the steps we need to take to start getting out of the land of status quo. Number 1, declare to yourself. Declare that you are ready to make a change. You are going to do this and you're going to make it happen. These are your goals. This is what you're going to do, and go for it. Number 2, take responsibility. I can't stress this one enough. You need to take responsibility. If you don't have responsibility about where your life is going, where it is today, if you don't take responsibility right this second, and you have your responsibility in what other people think, like those naysayers, you're going to be one of the coaches who crumbles and listens to them. What if I think about this? What if I was the coach who listened to the naysayers and I crumbled and I quit? I would be in that 800 square foot house working 50 hours a week away from my son. I would be broke. I doubt Brad and I would still be together. Let's just put it that way. Because we fought like every single day about bills and about all sorts of things. Again, I was not in a great mind space or anything. So I was not taking responsibility for my life. I had this vision that somebody else was going to it would just be like somebody else's responsibility to change my life or to make things less unbearable. Okay? So if I let those naysayers get to me and let them have that responsibility, I would have never be where I am today, earning 7 figures a year, living in our dream home. You know, now we're welcoming our 3rd baby. We would have never been able to have 3 kids. We were on state assistant, could barely even afford just our first child, Lane. Okay? So don't let other people have their responsibility. Also, another thing, listen up. If you have been a coach and you put your responsibility in your upline's hands, oh, I would be better if my upline did better training. I'd be better if my upline helped me more. I'd be better if my upline connected with me more and got on the phone with me more. I'd be better, I know I would be successful at this business if my upline did this. Whatever it is, get over that, because your upline has nothing to do with your success. Swallow that pill and move forward from this point on. You, and this is the best news that you will get today, probably this week. You are the only person who has the ability to make yourself successful, not only just with coaching, but in life in general. But let's just go back to coaching since that's what we're here for. If you want to be successful, you are the one that needs to do the work, make yourself successful. It has nothing to do with your upline coach. They're there as like icing on the cake. View it as that. Your upline coach is only there for icing on the cake, to give you a shout out, to mentor you, to point you to the right trainings, to walk you through certain things here and there. But that doesn't lead you down the road of success. You lead you down the road of success by doing the work and taking responsibility. Deal? The third, declare to others. Now, I'm not saying that you need to declare all your goals for the world to see, because that might just attract more naysayers. And you, at this point in the land of status quo, probably aren't prepared to take on more naysayers. You need to surround yourself with more positive people, right? You need to hear more positive things to keep you going until you're prepared to handle a lot of naysayers, okay? So I'm not saying that you need to post it on Facebook for everybody to see, but who is your number one person in your life that's supportive of you? Is that your spouse? And if your spouse isn't supportive of you, don't think that you're the only one, because you're like just in the majority. Because like 95% of spouses just don't get it at first and aren't supportive. If your husband or wife does support you, think that's something to be very grateful for and share it with them. Now, let's just say your upline coach is the only person that supports you right now. Share your goals with that person. If not, go to Team Go-Getters Accountability Group and share it with all of us. Every single person in that group we're all positive and want you to succeed. That's a thing about our family. We want to see people succeed. So share it with us. 4, is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a plan of action. And if you guys want a plan of action that's already done for you, go to Team Go-Getters Accountability Group, and on the cover photo is actually a plan of action. So you know exactly step-by-step guide on how to build this business. There's a daily to-do list and a monthly to-do list that will lead you to success in this business. And when we're talking about tasks, the mindset and all that, all this stuff is your responsibility. Just even the tasks, it's your responsibility to actually do the tasks to get the results. I've seen so many coaches blame, even coaches, my own coaches, they'll blame me because they're not being successful. And I'm like, well, let's get on the phone and figure it out. And what happens is they're not doing the work. I'm like, well, how many people did you put this business in front of in the last 7 days? And I tell my coaches, if you want to move forward, you need to put this business in front of 5 people a week. So I asked them, what are the names of the people that you put this business in front of in the last week? No one? Okay, it's not my fault. This again is your responsibility to do. I cannot do it for you. Plus, the success is so much sweeter when you reach your goals and you know that you reached your goals. Somebody else didn't do it for you. You know what I mean? And then start implementing the plan. Now you know the plan, let's start implementing it. Okay, that's the land of status quo. Let's move forward here. No attaboy territory. Naysayers come out of the woodwork, okay? Reason, you become a threat. You force them to stop making excuses. They need to either make a decision. Am I gonna follow them because this looks fun? She's really excited or he's really excited. Let's go on this journey with them. And you're gonna have people that do that. And then you're gonna have to have people make the decision that they'd rather stay the same, because that's easier to stay the same and not grow and not become successful, because it is scary. You know that. It's scary to move outside your comfort zone. It's different. Just like when my son was riding a bike, he was scared to do something new, but he did it, and now he loves riding his bike, right? Now he's a successful bike rider, and that's the same thing. And so when you're in this territory, by the way, you can't get to no attaboy territory until you finish those 5 things or whatever amount of things that I just listed. Declare, take responsibility, do the work, all that stuff. You will not get to this territory until you've started actually implementing those things that I just shared with you. yeah, and you're gonna have to get rid of some toxic people that are or at least distance yourself until they are ready for a positive change. And sometimes that's a family member. So in that case, if you have a family member, just don't talk about your new journey or this journey that you're on to success to them, and try to just limit your time with them, if possible. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to like weed out your mom or anything. No, definitely not. But what I'm saying is you're going to have to get rid of some toxic people. I know I did. It's kind of refreshing, to be honest with you, to have somebody who actually supports you and to be surrounded by people who love you and are happy, genuinely happy for you when you do something. My gosh, it is so refreshing. You're going to find that. Every single person who goes through this journey, and this is not just a journey for coaches, this is a journey for anyone reaching success. They have to weed out the toxic people. And then sometimes those toxic people do come along and ask for help and want you to help them and mentor them. And that's when you can feel so good that you literally change somebody's attitude and mindset, and now they're on their journey to success. Sometimes those people just want to try to drag you down and be time suckers. So you kind of have to wait and kind of juggle that when that time gets there. But for now, just distance yourself until they're ready for a positive change. And protect your positive attitude and mindset. Feed the mind with personal development to help you stay on track during this time. Because now you're seeing results in your business, you're doing all the work, you've got a positive mindset and attitude, and you got these awesome beliefs, and you're distancing yourself from these people. And what happens is you're still getting zero feedback of positive feedback, and you're still getting naysayers in this area. So this is why it's very crucial to your mind and to your business to read personal development and surround yourself with positive, uplifting people, which thank God we have a huge family of those type of people right in Team Go-Getters Accountability Group. Okay. And the last is the land of positive results. This is where you want to go. This is where you may already be, some of you. But if you're not, this is where you're going to end up. So declare that. How to get here? You need to stick to these things that we went over and be consistent, and then you'll see results. Again, you're not going to see results. It's just like fitness. You can't expect to do one workout and drink one shake and see results in your fitness, right? See results on the scale. So why, as a coach, do you feel by doing 1 week of consistent work that you should see all these results? It's just crazy to me that people think that. So you need to realize that you're going to have to put your head down, put blinders on, be consistent with that to-do list that I told you about, the cover photo to-do list. Be consistently doing those things and just trust that the laws of attraction, that everything is going to fall into place. Just believe. That's, again, why you have to work on your mindset and your thoughts and your feelings and your visions and your beliefs and all of these things, because you have to just believe it's going to work out. What happens, and this kills me, you guys. So you remember that picture I just showed you where it was like the land of status quo, and then there was a dotted line, and then it was like the land, or the no attaboy territory, and then there was a dotted line, and then it was the land of positive results. I see so many coaches who get right up to that dotted line in the no attaboy territory, and they're just so close to hitting the land of positive results. They are just right there. And then they say, well, I'm not getting results. I'm going to take a step back. I can't do this anymore. And they slowly start to go back further in the no attaboy territory, and then right back to the land of status quo. And it just kills me, because that's what happens. So don't be that person. Don't ever give up. I'm telling you, this business does not play favorites. This journey to the land of positive results doesn't play favorites. This is the way it is. For every successful person that's ever been walked on this planet has gone through this. Okay, so we are here to tell you that just keep moving forward. That's all you have to do. Have both feet in, be 100% committed, and know that results are at the end of the tunnel. But you just have to put your head down and do the work. what's so great about the land of positive results, this is where like momentum is building and you might not even see it. I'm not saying that you can see it or not, but this crazy thing called momentum takes over your life and your business, and it just like slingshots you forward so quickly. Okay, but see, the journey is so much fun. So just enjoy this journey to this area, and then that momentum will be waiting for you as your prize. Okay? Have that. People in this, they only get to the land of positive results if they have a clear vision and a clear purpose. So work on your vision. In the Bible, it says, without vision, people perish. So make sure you have a vision of what your perfect life looks like, where your business is going. Make sure you have a clear vision, and you already have a clear purpose, right? You know what your purpose is. It's to help as many people as you possibly can without expecting anything in return. So get out there and help people in your challenge groups. Add people to your team. It's so often where people miss that step. They focus on challenge groups, which is so awesome, and congratulations, guys. I love that. But don't forget to focus on growing your team. Growing your team is should be the number one focus in your business, because you are one person, but when you build a tribe of people and train them to do exactly what you're doing, that's when real magic can happen. Think of me. If I just decided I'm going to try to do this all by myself and I'm just one person, I can only help so many people. Now I have like over 35,000 people in my downline. That's where you're going to be. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's not going to happen to you in a year, but in a few years, that's where you could be if that's where you want to be. So have a clear vision and purpose. Continually be moving outside your comfort zone. Give others, or you will start to get positive praise from others finally. You're probably always going to get that within our family and with your upline coach, but now the world is going to start seeing you and giving you positive praises. It's awesome. It took that long, but listen, it's going to happen. And this is what they call the great magnet zone. And this is, again, where that laws of attraction are really in motion. Because think of this journey that you just went on in this little story that I told you, right? You went from being this person, and then you had to work your butt off and get into the next zone. Then you worked your butt off to get in the next zone. And in this journey, you have become something so wonderful with this awesome attitude, this positive energy. What you focus on just manifests to your life. You have such this huge influence as a leader. That's what happens when you become a leader. You have influence on other people, which is so amazing, and you help them, and you're just like a magnet, and the laws of attraction are so in motion. Everything just starts to fall into place in your life, and it just will blow your mind. But maybe it won't blow your mind, because you're going to be like, you know what? I was on this webinar and Mindy told me this was going to happen. So, and then you start to attract people who are like you. You have transformed who you are to become this wonderful person and this positive light. And now you're going to attract more people that are just like that. How awesome is that? So that is it for today, you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for getting on this webinar. The challenge I have for you is to buy or download the book, The Secret, and read that in the month of December. Or actually, you could probably read it before December, since we're only halfway through November. But make sure that you just finish it before the end of the year. That's my challenge for you guys. Make sure that you're on, just not last week, but the week before, 3 weeks ago, I hosted a webinar on Success Club tips. So make sure you check that webinar out. If you need that, just tag me in the Team Go-Getters accountability group and I can post that. But I give you tons of tips on how to hit Success Club. So let's make that our focus. Wherever focus goes, or whatever you focus on expands, right? So if you focus on Success Club, you're going to hit Success Club. So let's focus on that, and let's have a great rest of the week, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.